Welcome to beautiful Colorado Springs and Falcon Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Air Force Falcons. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. The Falcons headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bison will have the first possession in this one as their offense comes out to go to work. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun. The running back has it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Falcons offense will now get its first chance with the football. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Motion from the back. Off play action. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these free safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and the QB didn't have one that time.
Now facing a third and long. The run inside. It's Palmer. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Falcons will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Maryland. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Escapes the pressure going right. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback may change this route. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll send the back in motion. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Love the play call, and I love being aggressive there in the first play of the drive, backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away, find some real estate. Receiver, QB on the same page. It's looking really nice if you're on offense.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Using his feet to buy time. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And some room to work. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes the heat. It's complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. 3rd down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up 4th down.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's probably not where the hole was supposed to be.
No, that's not where it's supposed to be. You want to run the ISO in the middle of the field, downhill. All the guys are set up to run that play downhill too, so when you bounce it out wide, a lot of times those angles aren't set up on the outside, and the play was dead from the beginning with that inside penetration.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pulls it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Maryland. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the...
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field. But again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Ashley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is in the air. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Pressure coming. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 25. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Might be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Ashley. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw it again. Under fire. And they got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 21 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Mustangs. With one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Rides to back and leaves it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Sends it back in motion. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. The keeper on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll throw on third and short. Makes the grab on the left. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quarterback will keep it. Powers through the defender. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Just going to keep it after the snap.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and...
Got a little grass. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. On the option. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. Now the play fake. Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcon. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fakes to grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The unproductive first down completion now brings up second and long. Motion from the wideout. Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Throwing on the run. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. And here comes the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The option, the keeper. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Motion from the back. Now on the option. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Goes to the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Take the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. And after that missed field goal, can these guys take advantage and go down and break this tie? Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Ashley. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The option look. He'll toss it. Give him a pickup of 2. Now 2nd and 8.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. They want to run this quarterback. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, North Dakota State. They move on top here in the 4th.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're
turning it on. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll run the option. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Maryland. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Palmer. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Looking to get it in. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Stepping to the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A run for the quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this.
He lets it fly. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball, he breaks on it. And this defense, they have an opportunity to finish this game. They've played well all game long. Now finish the deal.
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and, man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They bring the punter onto the field now. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. The play action fake. Slings it downfield. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Here's a little room there. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Trying to run, it's Palmer. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Falcons! They take the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They want to throw it. Caught by Williams on the right. Headed to the end zone. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Wants to pass. Here's a heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Quarterback keeps it. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Third and goal here in overtime, and they need a touchdown. Using his feet. Touchdown, North Dakota State. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Williams open on the right side. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
This quarterback part of their running game. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To throw, it's Maryland. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Falcons. They got this thing tied up in double overtime.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.